What is up? Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I talk about how to begin to start becoming confident, and I gave you some tips and tricks and things to do, little things that you can do every day that will help you exponentially grow your love for yourself. And I talk about lots of other cool stuff. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about how you can relate this confidence to other areas of your life, so stay tuned for that as well. And I hope you are looking forward to it and enjoy watching. So like I said in the intro, your confidence has to do with a lot of other different parts of your life that you might not realize. So I think people often talk about loving yourself and being happy in your own body with your personality and all different parts of yourself and your confidence as like its own thing, as opposed to knowing that it's connected to your happiness. It's connected to your relationships and friendships, the success you have in your job and what you want to do with your life. It is connected to all of that, because without your confidence, it is nearly impossible to be completely happy and successful in all those other areas of your life. And I also understand that confidence is not just like a switch that you can flip and all of a sudden completely change how your brain might be wired to think about yourself, or to think about just confidence in general from you or other people. Like, you might see confident people and think that they're cocky, or think that that doesn't seem like a good look for someone to be confident, which isn't the case for a lot of people. Most people are envious of that and want that for themselves. When you're in the position of being happy all the time and happy with yourself, that is such an amazing feeling. Now, like I said, it's not just something that you can flip the switch a lot of times for people. It has to be worked on, but it can be worked on, and you can work on it yourself. So this is one of my favorite things to tell people on how to start building up your confidence. Because before we can talk about how it goes into other areas of your life, you're probably thinking, well, if I'm not that confident, how am I just supposed to get there? So let's try and teach you. Some people who are really unhappy with themselves might not even realize it, and I know that sounds kind of crazy, but it's such a trend today, and like a funny thing for our generation to be like, I hate myself, I'm so ugly, I'm fat, to just say those things. And a lot of times it can be funny and used for humor, and I get that. Over time, it's really harmful to say those things. Like, I try to not say those things about myself. First step is watching what you're saying to yourself like that. Because even though it's funny and even though everyone says it and it's a trend, it's harmful to yourself, and it is only hurting your self-confidence. So step one is trying to limit those things that you're saying to yourself, even if you just say them in your head. Your brain is so powerful when talking about this happiness, mindfulness, confidence stuff, but your brain is so powerful, and you do have the power to change your mindset and how you perceive different situations. When I hear someone that's close to me say like, oh, I'm so stupid, or I'm so ugly, like, no, you're not, and don't say that about yourself. You would never say that to someone else, so why would you talk that bad about yourself? You shouldn't. You are the most important person in your life. Your happiness and your needs and wants should come first before anyone, and that might sound selfish, but you need to be a little selfish, you know? And sometimes you might just seem like a nice person because you want to help everyone else and you want to be friends and you want to be caring towards your friends, but you don't even stop to think about yourself and your wants and needs and what would make you happy. And a lot of times people also apologize for everything, but these are just all these things that I've seen so frequently in my life. So I've done all these things, and that's why I'm saying it's not just a quick change, because these things take work and progress over time to keep working at, to effectively change your mindset. So anyway, I really am rambling. I hope you're still following here with me. But like I said, step one is get rid of those little microaggressions to yourself. You know, I'm stupid, I'm ugly. Because you're not. You're none of those things. You're smart and beautiful. You watching right now. You are amazing, and you're doing great, and you're working at it, and you're working hard. I love you. Okay. Anyway, the next step, after you've gotten rid of those sayings, that should, first of all, like, that elevates you. Not saying those things about yourself, reducing that harmful negative talk, elevates you. You're doing great. This is something I've always said to a lot of my friends that struggle with this, to people in my life, on my videos, whatever. Even if you don't believe that you're truly beautiful, if you don't believe that you're pretty, that you're smart, it's okay at first, because you'll get there. But start by just saying those things. Say them out loud in the mirror, like self-affirmations. and you can laugh because it's kind of uncomfortable and weird. You can be uncomfortable, you can know that you don't believe it, but just say them. Just start by literally looking in the mirror, saying, you know what, I look really good today. I'm really pretty, my hair looks really nice. I did my makeup really well. I'm so smart. The list could go on, and I could just do a whole video on that. I love talking about this because it might not be easy, but it is attainable. But one thing to remember is that it might take work and time, but this is attainable for you to genuinely believe in yourself, to genuinely love yourself, and think that, be confident in your movements, in your actions, in your work, in how you look. You are able to get there with just a little bit of work and time, and maybe listening to me, because I'll help you get there, I promise. It is attainable for everyone. There's one thing, is that you have to want it. You have to recognize that right now you're unhappy with yourself, or you're unhappy in life. Because like I said, it's all connected, right? So you have to just take a step back and recognize it. Because I have friends, and I know a lot of people that won't recognize this about themselves, and therefore will never be able to achieve happiness because they don't see a problem with self-loathing, with hating themselves. They don't see a problem with it. They don't think it's fixable, and they will stay like that forever. They look for happiness in outside sources instead of within, and they simply will not be able to change because they don't want to change. I have said this before in videos as well on my TikTok, which is why I think they're a great place to start, because they're little minutes that are, I think, helpful to begin to switch your mindset. But nobody's going to change for you. You can watch endless amount of people, you can listen to me, you can listen to constant motivational speakers, but if you don't recognize a change to be made within yourself and start making little changes and doing things differently and thinking about things differently and thinking about yourself differently, nothing is going to change. And I know that that's scary and that's kind of harsh, but it's just how it is, you know? I can give you as much information as possible and as much help, and if you don't take it in seriously and recognize it where this applies in your life, then like nothing will change. But that doesn't, like I said, you still can, because you can recognize that. You can think about how to better, got cut off, but I think I was saying, you can recognize that and you can make those changes, and you just ultimately can be happier. So if you're someone right now that just, you don't think that maybe you're not at your happiest, or you're thinking right now that you're someone who's like resistant to change, that's okay. And I'll help you through it. And we got this, seriously. So, okay, so I'm gonna talk about one more step in what I think is a really good way in the initial process of starting to get more confident. And then I'm going to continue this in the next video because I know I've been rambling for a really long time. Oh, the next thing was saying those self-affirmations to yourself every day. Do it every single day. And the more you do it, the more you will start to believe it. That is literally science. If you just keep telling your brain something and you keep saying it out loud, it will eventually believe you. It's crazy how it works. Like, we learn this in psychology, like the neurological pathways in your brain, the more you use them for like when you learn new information. That's why like when you study stuff repeatedly, you remember it more. The more you say something, the more you do something, those pathways get stronger and stronger. So that's why the negative talk pathways right now, for someone out there who's doing that a lot, they're super strong and they're great. And those positive motivational things that you could say to yourself, just genuine things like I like myself, they're not strong, they're weak. But you can strengthen them by continuously saying them. And the more you do that, the more you strengthen those pathways in your brain, not to get all science-y, but it will genuinely make you more confident and make you actually love yourself more and believe the things that you're saying. So that's the next one. And this last one for the video is to respect yourself. Treat yourself like the boss-ass bitch that you are. Express gratitude to your body and your mind and how your brain can think about these things, because it's so powerful, and I just think it can make such a difference in everyone's life. And start by doing these things, and I think it'll be really helpful. And these things don't have to take up a lot of time in your day. You don't have to sit there and work at this for like hours at a time during your day. Little steps will make huge progress in this journey that you might be on to find your happiness and your confidence. So just try it, just start, just get going, because it's gonna make such a difference in your life, and I'm so happy for you. I'm so excited for you guys and me to do this all together, because it's really just so fun, and it's gonna make you so happy, and I can't wait. So those were just a few little tips. Like I said, we are gonna go super in depth in this, and I love it. So I hope you enjoyed and got something from today's video. I had so much fun filming it, as always, and like I said in the intro, the next video will be how you can relate this confidence to other areas in your life and help and grow on these levels of appreciating and loving yourself. So thank you for watching, subscribe and like, and don't forget to follow my TikTok at EmmieBrooke00 for daily minutes of motivation, and look out for more YouTube posts from me. Don't forget you're beautiful, and I love you and appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.